hope that you are doing well and that you are being blessed. We are having a lovely conversation with Chimnese Davids tonight. She is going to be sharing with us her journey. So I'm just waiting on her to join us now so we can get on to it. Hi, Sissy.
Hi, there you are.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. And yourself?
It's so good to see you. Maybe you can sit a little bit back because it's cutting, the camera is cutting your face a bit.
If I make it,
Yes, that's it.
okay, maybe I should just,
Yes,
mm,
it's
I just want to get to that question that you sent so I know what I'm talking about.
okay. I'm also trying to manage mine as well. Okay, cool. So I can be seated comfortable. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. Just been, I was waiting all day for this. So I'm
Oh
excited
my
and
God.
nervous. I'm both.
I was sending you a message just 15 minutes before we start. I'm like, girl, are you there? I'm ready.
It reminds,
Yeah,
it reminds me of our last one that we had a couple of years ago, where we spoke about
yeah,
my other
man.
book, Ruins. That's been long, long
Yeah,
time ago. Yeah.
yeah, I know. But it's always such a pleasure talking to you. And I was telling one of my friends, I think it was yesterday, that actually you're one of the people that are so calm, and I just love your energy and the confidence that you exude. So I always watch you and I'm like, that girl is content and I love it. I love it, love it. You know that I wrote down some of the questions, but I'm gonna just start through with you taking us through the book. What do you think it's all about? Because like your title is so amazing, like it's so unique. I know that I sent you a message. I was like, I actually thought it was a romance. And then
Yeah.
when I started reading it, I'm like, oh, this thing is deep.
I, I, I,
So
I think I'm getting excited to share that part. I think it's got a little bit, like I'm just checking, like it's got seven chapters basically. It's cut in seven chapters. So it's basically almost like a novel, but it's poetry.
mm,
So I think the before it became Muse of Wandering Passions, it was, I can't remember, it was something different. And then I remember when I was very young, I used to love reading about the Greek mythology. So I was very much into that sense of poetry and like Keats and William Shakespeare, all those poets back then, the classical poets. And then I always thought, can I one day write a book? Can I write something like this? And when Muses of Wandering Passions came in, I was like, does it match what I'm writing about? Because Muses of Wandering Passions, basically, if you look at the cover, it's a red roses. It speaks romance, but it's giving you the other part of romance. It's actually the heartbreak that comes after the
mm,
romance. So
mm.
yeah, it's a very deep poetry book, and it's written basically from our own point of view, from our own life, and what I have been through my entire say relationships with individuals. Yeah, so that's basically what Muse of Wandering Passions is. But it's basically a love story to myself and to whoever picks it up. When the moment you read the book, it's not just about the author that writes it. It's about anyone that went through those type of experiences of loss and heartbreak. But there's a loss in romance, loss in friendships, loss in losing loved ones along the way as well. So it's got a little bit of
Mm,
everything.
mm. I love it. And I actually wrote one of the questions says many of the poems in the book I find them to move a lot between heartbreak and your spiritual sense, you know. So how did your relationship with God influence the way that you process pain and, you know, your own sense of self while you were writing the book?
When I started to write this book, this was therapy. This is me at the age of 25 writing a book that can tear you tear you apart basically. It gives you the detail of what the person really goes through once they when their heart is broken, when you are broken, when you come out of um say childhood, your 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 trauma from childhood. So it's got a little bit of everything wrapped up in different scenarios, and the spirit. When I wrote it, I didn't even know that I was writing a spiritual side of the book. I I had no idea what I was writing at that time. Like the faith, because then people said it sounds more Christianity, it sounds more spiritual. Yes, it does have that. But when you write anything, you have no idea what you're writing. You're writing your emotions, your raw emotions, because poetry can't be edited. It's what the author, what the poet goes through at that moment in time. So if someone asks me today, I'm online, this book is about 12 years old. So if someone asks me about this passages in this book, like, why did you write it? I won't be able to give them that full detail because 12 years of healing, of growth, of everything that you've been through. And like I've opened actually one poem that the title of the book is Muse of Wandering Passions. I don't know if it's okay. I can read just a short part that I want to read. That
Yes.
it just like hit me now when I actually read it. The poem
Okay.
is called, it actually wrap up everything what the title means. Muses of Wandering Passions. You became imprisoned in my mind, trapped as I drift through stages. We became friends, but something changed. I became enthralled by you, like a sea of hope, exploring the depths where you and I becoming one in soul. I treasured you, carried you close to my heart, but you became imprisoned in my mind. When life kept tearing us apart, I kept reaching for my muses, my wandering muses floating on clouds filled with their passions. You absorbed my words into lustrous flame of explosive love that kept you in bounds forever. It's like you letting go, but that person is like still imprisoned in your subconscious. So I'm so happy that I am no longer in prison. That person is no longer imprisoned within my soul and within my very being.
Yeah. I love that because like as you read that, you can anyone who has ever fallen in love and lost in love can understand, can relate with that. And sometimes it's not just about break up, but you can lose someone through death and stuff. Like I can hear the grief and the pain of losing someone and having to let go of that, you know. So for me, there's this when you talk about self-acceptance, there's a lot in your book that talks about self-acceptance, right? And finding your worth. So what would you say to someone who has gone through a heartbreak, who wants to find themselves? How would you advise that person?
I would say when it comes to self acceptance, at that time, I didn't love myself. That's why I was in these relationships being broken.
Mm.
And I will tell the person before you do anything else, love yourself first. Because you can't be half a person and trying to still give that little bit that you have into another person. Whether if it doesn't like always have to be a relationship, it can be friendship also because we build friendship, we build relationships with people. And for me, the self acceptance was very important because I wanted to get better from where I was at that stage. I mean, 25, you go through life, and at some point you have to say, enough is enough. Like,
Yeah.
I need to put myself before everything else. Before I can give to the world, I need to be filled up. Like the one poem is about the empty vase. That one is like a symbolic also. Like, if I'm empty, I cannot fill into your cup. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be useless in actual fact. But just love yourself. That's the most important thing, because that was one of my, I think that was one of my struggles in life, was to love myself. Because, like, for me it was like, if I put too much about myself, make it all about me. Yes, life cannot just be about ourselves, but if you don't make it about you, then you will never heal from your pain that you've experienced in life. And even while going to therapy, this book, besides writing a book of healing, you also want to figure out, how can I get to that page? How can I get to that next step? And the healing come through writing, through going to counseling, and accepting your flaws, accepting that someone else might not think you enough, but you must feel for yourself, I am enough. I'm enough for this world. God thinks I'm enough. God loves me. So if a person don't love you, God loves you. At least you know that, there's a God that can love you, that actually does love you, whoever you are, in whatever circumstances you find yourself in.
Mm, incredible. I love what you're saying now. Like when we talk of self-love, it's so important to go into our inner world, you know. And I often say that it's so easy for us to delegate, you know. I call it delegation. Like you delegate what you are supposed to be giving to you instead of pouring into yourself. You like delegate that someone should love me this. You take all the expectation and you give to someone else, and then you give someone the responsibility to love you in a way that you are not capable of loving yourself. And I just love that message because it goes so much to the way you present in the world. Like I was telling you in the beginning, I was talking to my friend, I was like, you just see her and she is so content. You can just see the peace of God in you. And when talking to you as well, you just have this calmness about you. You love yourself. And it shows that you have done the deep work within. And even when you are reading your poems, when I was reading your poems, I could feel, the agony during that time when you were writing. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to read this one, like stuff like that. But it's beautiful because one thing I love about writing, it's the power of writing, is that it just opens us up to connecting with other people in ways that we
Mm,
never thought we would. And it also eliminates that feeling of being alone. I'm the only one going through this in life.
yes.
I'm the only one who is struggling with loneliness. I'm the one who doesn't feel worthy of being loved and stuff like that. But when you read from someone else and you see, oh, this is a human experience, like my human emotions, they are valid. And that's what I took out of your poetry. It's like, you validate the next person and you don't dwell so much on the pain, but you usher the person towards healing, towards self-discovery, and also
Mm,
embracing all those, kind of like we don't want to talk about other emotions, especially as Christian ladies. We just want to be in that corner of like, always with that holy, holy. But then it's good to also like, I also have needs. I also have
mm.
desires. And that's something that I picked up as well. It's like, girl, I just love the woman you are,
They,
really do.
like, if you also look at the book, it's also have part of passion also in it. Uh,
Yeah.
Just a bit, just a bit deep stuff into that passionate part, which only a poet and a writer will know why they come up with all these
Yeah.
things.
And I love that. That's why I said to you, if you read your book, it's like you experience a human being. And that's what is so beautiful. It's a human being who loves God. It's a human being who's got desires. It's a human being who's got, all the other feelings that a human being is having. But I love how you put them down and just like they not, how can I say, you don't read your book and be like, no, I don't want, it's like, tell me more. It's
Mm,
okay. Tell me more. you know,
mm.
um, there's one that I want to reflect on in your forward, right? You describe writing as an escape and a way to keep a hidden part of yourself alive. So talk to me about that.
Oh, you want me to go deep into the writer's past now, into that
Yeah,
journey. Remember
because
this?
that,
Remember
yeah,
this was my first book that I wrote. So I was
yeah,
still very young and but I won't say immature, but the way you were so easy to express back then. Like now,
mm,
if anyone, if I should write my next book, I would avoid certain things. Not the writing about like, no, I can't put that out there. But just the expression of what writing does, not just as poetry, but as a writer in general. For me, writing was an escape. It was like I was hidden, like when a butterfly, before he becomes a butterfly, he's hidden for a certain season. And like when I say like this part, when you write, you are tapping into your inner soul, and it is really hard to lie to yourself. So that line alone is, you cannot lie to yourself when you write a reflective book
mm,
about yourself, about your life. So
mm,
it's scary to put it out there. I was very scared when I know people who know me is gonna read this book, and they're gonna think all kinds of things. Like I was already like canceling the book before it was even published.
mm,
But the moment it was released, it was actually tears of joy for me, because I literally cried when my editor sent the script back to me and said, Chimnese, this is a beautiful book, because I couldn't even believe it. And she was also like, this book, like the words are God's gift to mend the broken soul. And that is all that there is. God is there to heal a broken soul.
wow.
And
I,
he will
I,
hide, and he does hide us. He hide us for a season. So a book is almost like something that you birth. It's giving birth to something that's so special. You're so protective of that book. Even the words that you've written in that book, even though I won't be able to um how can you say, repeat every word out of my head, because the moment you write that it wasn't just you writing there. There was someone writing with you. God was writing with me this book. Holy Spirit was with me when I wrote this book, because if I look at the original script, there's like tear tracks of how the healing came as I was writing, because it was like I wrote it when I was very raw at that moment, writing
mm,
this book. So yeah,
mm,
12 years. Thank God that
thank
I've
God.
written it, and
Mm,
I'm not looking back.
mm. For me, that part of you saying that writing is like um, exposing hidden parts of you, how I got it as a reader was like, okay, I'm gonna first say as a reader, it encouraged me towards freedom, right? Towards freedom. And as a writer, I often feel the 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 freedom of expression, as much as it's things that are hidden, they feel so good to write about. Okay, let's separate writing and publishing, right? Because
Yes.
now there are things that you write about that you're never gonna publish. It's maybe you're writing in your diary or you just write. But at the end, no one else is gonna read this. But
Mm.
when you do it, when you put it out on paper, it's like the rawness and the freedom, the healing that comes from actually admitting what you are feeling. And that's why for me, I feel like writing is so tied with living authentically, like
Mm.
it gives you the permission to be and to feel. And I always like encourage people, like, write. You don't have to focus on the publishing side, but just write first for yourself, write to heal yourself, and then worry about healing others later, like,
Yes.
because some of the books that I write personally, some of the chapters I took them out at the end, but it's very important to actually write from an authentic, raw place, because
Mm.
then it makes your book more real and it reaches and makes impact on people's lives. So it's just something. But I love the fact that you honestly wrote from your place of authenticity. And I think, as much as you're saying, now when I write, there are things I won't write. I would discourage that. I'll be like, write everything, girl. Like, we want to know. Like, we want to, yeah.
Like my editor with my new book, which
Mm,
I'm not gonna mention titles right now. Like I gave the manuscript and she came back and she said, Chimnese, this is not all of it. This you're writing, like covering things up, but you're not being honest with yourself.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that is what true authorship is as well. We have
Mm,
to write from that authentic place. We are it's fearful writing from a place where people will either discriminate you or they judge you. There's so many things about the
mm,
writers that we go through that no one knows what we're actually facing. No one
yeah,
knows the they see you, they see the published work, but they don't know what went behind it. How many rejections came? How
yeah.
many times people told you this is not gonna work? And how
Mm-hmm,
many times you tell yourself this is not gonna work?
mm-hmm.
And
I
and I
was,
think and I think my goal in life after this book was telling people write a story. Like you said, doesn't have to be published, but if it's possible to publish, there's someone out there. I believe so many people has been touched by this book when it first released
mm,
in 2020, in 2012, 2014. So many people were healed and dealt with things that I was writing about, things that they can't speak to a person that they know, because I know I couldn't tell people anything of the experiences that went into this book. Otherwise, people would have said, "Are you crazy?" Because that's
yeah,
the main word when we go through stuff. Are you crazy? How
yeah.
can you how can you do this? How can you do that? But they don't
Mm,
know the story behind the story, behind the
mm,
scenes.
mm. And I feel like it's okay, babes. Like, it's honestly okay to write your own journey. Remember, you are not here to be like anybody else. And that's the whole power in writing. We are not supposed to write with the fear in mind of what other people. You are actually expressing something. You are sharing your life or your worldview with other people. Some of the, and that's why now I love writing fiction.
Uh,
Because
I can't do
there's
that. I,
it's so they so
I can't.
yeah,
I wish
it's
I
but
can.
it's so amazing because in the character creations you can actually be whoever you want to be. Like, you can step out of your comfort zone and be that woman that is bold and, like,
Yes.
comfortable and stuff like that. You can actually build a character of who you want, but incorporating the fears, the challenges that we see, or also our internal conversations as well,
Mm,
because, like, there's so much in us more than what we've experienced. I don't know if that makes sense for you, like
Yes,
more,
yes,
yeah. So I actually want to see your next book, and
yes.
without us like going overboard, I want to hear how can people get this book, The
Currently,
Muses of Wandering Passion. Ooh,
currently there is the ebook on Amazon,
yeah.
but it can also be um, purchased from me directly. I don't have
Mm-hmm,
any distributor at this moment
mm-hmm.
because yeah, it's been a journey with marketing and all those things that goes in the background of getting my books out there. But I have been very blessed with the book launches, the events that I've been to, where I really people would purchase the book, and most of the times I would like bless my friends or someone close with the book, knowing they're
Okay,
going through something similar. But they can contact me via my Instagram page. So I am very active on social media.
very
Besides
active.
Facebook, not so much, but I'm very yeah. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to sharing about my next book, which
Look at
I'm
that! You
hoping.
already have a order on.
Oh wow,
Yeah, there's a comment. Do you wanna respond to that? Can you read them from your side?
must I read it?
The comment, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
it's talking to you.
Hello, ladies from Hexagons Africa. Yes, please. I need to get your books. Wow, thank you. I've seen that you published 5 books. So kindly, I would love to get your books. Yes, you can just be. You can contact me on my Instagram page. So yeah, then we can
Yeah,
chat about getting my books.
awesome. You see, I'm so excited, and I know that he is going to enjoy your books, girl. Like I enjoy your books as much, but I haven't read the one about Israel.
Oh, ruins. Yeah, you have to get. You have to get. Do you have a copy or do you
I
have?
don't have a copy. I
Oh,
don't know.
so
You kept
needs to.
talking about me getting a copy of Runes, and
You
it
did. You
never
didn't.
happened for some reason.
Now we should definitely get you a copy. I do.
Yeah,
I do have copies available, so I can courier to you one of my books. Yeah, but we're definitely gonna chat about the next book that's coming.
okay. Gail, I'm gonna put you on the spot before we close. Please read us one poem and uh,
Do,
the one that you want to leave us with.
okay. Do you want to choose one on your side? Do you have and
I
then I
want,
can
okay, so let me go to them. Um, and then,
go to that poem.
okay. An empty space, or you can choose deserving love. I think that deserving love
Do you want a
talks to me.
deserving love?
Yeah,
Where is that? Let me just see. It's on the
I'm
other
putting you
side.
on the spot. Sorry.
Okay, 59. I hope that's a good one.
It is, I loved it.
Okay. Ooh, that's one is deep, eh? That's one is very deep. It's very long and very deep. But okay, here we go. Deserving love. I'm looking for the kind of love that will live on for a lifetime. I'm searching for that one heart that hasn't yet been broken by another. That one heart that is still waiting for a prince to come along. Two hearts searching for a wonderful life together. Perhaps her heart was bruised by someone that was undeserving of a love. I don't want someone that would complete me. I'm completed on my own. I want someone that I can share a smile with to make them happy. Someone that I will grow in love with each and every day. As time passes by, they would be the first person I think about and also the last. Listen to them and listen to them even when I know I don't agree with them. If I'm doing it right the next time, it will be a deserving love. for I've learned a valuable lesson through all the trials and tribulations. To have a love that is great, you have to start with yourself. Work within you to know one day that you deserve a love that won't hurt you, neglect you, or abandon you. I've learned that with giving love to others, I have to love all parts of myself. We are all on our own journey, and if you wish for respect and love, you would want someone else to show you. You need to do the same. It's hard for me to sometimes to love a person when they sit in their own ways. It shows me on things that I still need to work through. I crave that kind of love that will stop time, and it is just you, heaven and earth, that is making sense in those moments. Having someone's heart, knowing they love you and that you love them back equally without doubting or being insecure about the relationship.
Wow.
Wow,
Thank
can't believe
you.
I wrote that.
Like, I mean, who doesn't want that kind of love? Like, it's so beautiful. It talks to my heart, and I know it talks to so many people's lives. And I'm just speaking that love for you. Like, yeah, like, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Andise.
Thank you, Stanisam, for joining. I really had a lovely time, and thank you for bringing me back, for pulling me out, and like, hey. Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for everyone who joined us. And you are going to be shipping those copies to the person who ordered. So, yeah, thank you
Yes.
so much, darling. Enjoy the rest of your night. Is there anything you wanted to say before we close?
Is there anything that you want me to say about?
If you want to say something to us, to your readers, to whoever is gonna, yeah,
I would say write till your heart's content because writing is such a powerful tool. It can help you with if you're going through stuff and you don't know how to speak to another person, write it out. And I think that is where writing has helped me in my journey of healing. I wrote I wrote what I was feeling. I wrote the raw emotions until it became something that I now know can help another person. And I believe that there's a story in all of us. You might think your story is not important, but it might be a story that can help the next person that is going through the exact same thing that you are going through. So, yeah, that is my word, and God bless.
God bless you too, Sissy. We receive. Thank you so, so much. Thanks, guys, for the comments and for joining us. We really appreciate you. Please follow Chimnese David and also DM her if you want any of her titles. Thank you and bye.
Bye.
Bye.